Look, we segue and land the plane by talking about the upcoming week and maybe one more thing I have left. But week 35, we have 5 match days to go, I think, with a rearranged fixture, 2 in there. So, Man City Leeds. Last meeting, Man City 7, Leeds 0. Last season, we didn't actually beat Leeds. It was a 1-1 draw and a 2-1 loss. So on their return to the Premier League, we failed to beat them. But we said, hey, man, that was quite upsetting last season. Here you go. Take a 7-piece. You see what I'm saying? So I think I'm pretty confident going into that game. I know they do have the quality, but watching them today against Crystal Palace, I think Palace were a bit unlucky not to get something from that game in terms of 3 points, because Leeds, they didn't really threaten too much. They really didn't. They don't really know how to defend, but they under a new manager in Jesse March. Under Bielsa, maybe I could have said that. Maybe I was wrong to just say that. They defended better. I think they have back-to-back clean sheets for the first time in like ages. And Jesse March definitely come in and he's tightened things up. He's made them look a lot better than they were under Bielsa. But the problem for them, they're on 34 points right now, Kyle, and they're getting dragged into this relegation scrap between themselves, Burnley, and Everton. Oh, and something that I failed to mention earlier is that Everton came into the game against you in the relegation zone, and I know we talked about it before, but we in the last episode there, and we didn't. I probably got distracted.
Absolute scrubs.
But these guys are in the relegation zone right now, man, with some tough matches to come, and it's going to take a miracle for them to get out of that. 29 points right now in the league. Burnley, man.
That Burnley win really did them in. That was big for Burnley. Burnley are starting to play better football all of a sudden. And same thing with Leeds. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Everton are playing worse.
Exactly.
They're just not playing well.
Burnley have a gap now. Everton do have a game in hand, I think. No, they do have a game in hand. They have to win that game in hand, man. But it's still a battle between them, Burnley, and now Leeds United. So, look, City play Leeds. I'm pretty confident that we're going to handle business. I'm pretty confident. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried. They do have a lot of their players back in Liam Cooper. Calvin Phillips is back. You know what I'm saying? Rafinha, Rodrigo, Harrison, James, Click, all these guys, Dallas, these guys are always ailing part of the furniture over there. Melier in goal. And they could cause an upset like they did last season. You guys played them to what, a 4-3? It was a 4-3, right?
When? Last season?
Last season, 4-3, yeah, man.
Yeah, first game of the year.
Yeah, so we know what they're capable of doing, man. They had a great season last year, but they're struggling. Just best believe they won't be getting anything from this game, man. If they do, Liverpool could come in, sucker punch us, though. But for Leeds, these are the next few games, Kyle. They play City, Arsenal, Chelsea. They have to absolutely get something against Brighton and Brentford in their last 2 matches, or they might be the team Everton are looking to get past and not Burnley, because Burnley are on some different shit right now. You see what I'm saying? Burnley went and sacked the manager for 10 years and they turn around their fortunes and start winning games. So Everton in a lot of trouble, though. What do you think about City versus Leeds, though?
If I were you, I wouldn't be worried as a fan. As a player, you got to go in with the mindset, same exact mindset you go in every match, because that's how Leeds can beat you. Is if you go in thinking you're going to destroy them.
The game is tricky too because it comes after the Real Madrid game. We don't know what's going to happen after Real Madrid.
It's at Ellen Road too, right?
Yeah, and then it's before the second leg, a crucial second leg as well. So it's a very tricky game.
Heavy in that game. That's what I think.
I don't think so. Simply because
I would.
Let me tell you why we won't rotate heavily.
Unless you destroy Madrid in the first leg.
But we're also playing on a Tuesday. We're playing on a Tuesday. We have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to recover. So, and then we also have a very, very deep squad. So I think we should handle Leeds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If Kevin De Bruyne doesn't really get destroyed against Real Madrid, we gotta basically manage players' time and everything though.
Yo,
Coming up.
you got to be careful, man. Those Spanish teams are dirty. They'll
Yeah.
slide tackle your best player. No, I'm serious, man. They're dirty.
Yep. When you have guys like Fede Valverde and Casimiro, these guys are dirty, man. These South Americans, man.
They're
No
all
disrespect
dirty.
to any South Americans watching this, but you guys are dirty, man. I'm telling you. So look, City versus Leeds. I think we should win. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
us think that Liverpool and Man City would win out their rest games.
Well, we
So
got
it's
Newcastle coming up.
it's imperative. Yep, we're going to talk about that. The last meeting, Liverpool 3, Newcastle 1. And last season, you actually failed to beat Newcastle. It was a 0-0 and a 1-1 draw. So you've got the revenge from that already. And the last time that you lost to Newcastle was in 2016. So the likelihood of you actually going on to lose to Newcastle is very, very slim, but there's a possibility for a draw because these dudes are absolutely on fire, man.
Dude, Newcastle is balling right now.
They're balling, man.
Yeah.
Listen. Do you know a rapper by the name of Jim Jones? Balling! Nobody like these guys are balling, man. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
Look, these guys are balling, man. And Eddie Howe, I don't know how he did it, but he did it some way, somehow, man.
And he's doing it with Lascelles benched, bro.
Exactly.
Crazy.
He's making some tough calls, and I
Yeah.
think they probably spent the most money ever during a transfer window, barring like a Coutinho or a big signing, you know, during a winter, like a Van Dijk. You guys did a
Yeah.
big winter signing, bringing in Van Dijk, you know. But
Such a good signing.
I'm telling you. We wanted him too, you know, but we didn't get him, man. He chose
He didn't wanna
Liverpool.
He didn't want to go to y'all.
Bro,
That's
you
what it
know when if we both like a girl and then the girl choose you, you know how messed up I'll feel? You see what I'm saying?
was.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know.
man. The
It's
resentment.
probably for the best. It's probably for the best, though. 'Cause then you guys- I mean, what part
Look.
would the league be?
Look, he made a good decision. He won a Champions League, he won Club World Cup, Super Cup, Carabao
Captain
Cup.
of Liverpool Football Club.
Look, he's your captain now?
Well, he's captaining when Hendo doesn't play, and
He's your
it's-
second captain.
it's
Second
Well,
captain.
he's the third. It's Hendo,
Oh.
Milner, Van Dijk.
All right, third captain. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's won a freaking Premier League, man. You know, so yeah. But talk about Newcastle. They made some good signings, and you know they've done very, very well, man. Kyle, these dudes are ninth right now. Ninth,
Well,
you know.
dude, seriously, I saw that. I'm like, wow.
This
Good for
has to be one
Newcastle,
of
man.
This has to be one
Good
of the
for
best
Newcastle.
recoveries ever, man.
No, like, and honestly, I've never not liked Newcastle. A lot of people say, oh, now because they got bought out, like, I hate Newcastle. Like, dude, Newcastle haven't won anything since like 1969. Like,
Yeah.
Newcastle, like, and they didn't go out and buy world-class players, bro. They brought in Dan Burn, Chris Wood,
Trippier.
Guimaraes. Like, these aren't world-class players.
Guimaraes is the closest to that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Simply because he plays for Brazil. But they didn't really go out and bring in players that,
Right.
Any marquee type players. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
playing with a purpose, and now you can look at Newcastle now and no longer say Saint Maximin is the most impactful player on that squad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're playing as a team. Good for them. So I'm a little worried.
The big question is, are you gonna beat them?
We should. Oh my God, we should.
I never asked if coulda, woulda, shoulda, nothing. Are you going to beat them?
We
You
should.
you answering with should? Are you going to
should.
beat them? Yes
We
or no?
should. We should.
Skeptic. I sense a
should.
skepticism here, man.
Every game we talked about with Man City, you're like, we should take care of them, no problem.
let's get
So
the
I'm going to say the
skepticism,
same
bro.
thing. So I'm
All
gonna say
right,
the same
all
thing.
right. But they've been playing well, man. 6 home wins on the trot, and this is a home game for Newcastle. So you guys would have to break that streak if you are to pull it off. And it also comes in between the Villarreal games. So it's going to be very tricky.
Yeah.
If you don't do well in the first leg, I think you struggle in this game. Do you agree? To some extent. Because guess what?
It could go one or two ways. It could go one
Yeah,
or two ways.
but guess what?
Either we struggle, or we say to ourselves, Champions League's not looking great. We're putting all of our marbles into the Premier League.
Okay. All right. But I doubt that would happen, bro. I don't.
know. Me too.
I
But I don't
don't.
think we
Look,
played bad just because we had a bad game.
But it would take a lot of guts. It would take a lot of guts for anyone to predict Newcastle to beat Liverpool right now, though. It's a possibility that they could get a draw because they're playing well. They're the informed team, but Liverpool also very informed as well. And the squad has gotten very deep, so Divock Origi hit form there against Everton. You got Luis Diaz, Jota. So even if you, let's say against Villarreal, you go all out and you play, let's say you play Jota. Well, Firmino is injured right now again, right?
He has a toe injury, but he's like day to day.
Yeah, okay. So let's say you have, Divock comes in for Firmino because, Divock Origi hasn't been featuring a lot. You have Divock Origi, Luis Diaz, Mane, Salah, Jota. You see, you have guys like Elliott who's not been playing. What's up? Why's Elliott not playing, though?
Because this is crunch time, bro. This is crunch time in the season.
But you got to play the man.
No. I can see playing Curtis Jones. Elliott, you're great. You're an awesome talent. Elliott played the first 3 Premier League games of the season. You know why? Because he was young. Klopp said you need to get as much game time as possible because come at the end of the season, you're not going to sniff the pitch. That's why Minamino is not. Minamino wasn't even in the lineup. Because Klopp does not have time for this bullshit. He's like, we're going for trophies, fam.
Bro, I forgot about Minamino.
That's what I'm saying.
If you didn't mention Minamino, I forgot he plays for Liverpool, man. Do you think Minamino leaves next season?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he might just leave, man. But look, I think, right now, early prediction, you guys should handle. I'm not going to predict Liverpool to draw no damn game because every time teams come up against Liverpool, they let me down. The only team that don't really let me down too much against Liverpool is my team, Manchester City, and this is why.
And that's why we do some trophy talk.
This is trophy talk, bro. You know what I'm saying?